all rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. Please remain standing for the invocation by Father Mark Habanero of Our Lady of Hope Parish. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And let us pray. Gracious and loving God, we do praise and bless your holy name. We praise you for you have raised up women and men, young girls and boys, as models of virtue and self-giving in service to their fellow citizens here in Gloucester Township and beyond. It is during this Black History Month that we recognize the African Americans who have shared their gifts of time, energy, and love with their fellow citizens. Bless them, Lord. Continue to encourage them to be signs of your love for us. Bless Miss Winters this evening as she shares her time and talent to serve the Gloucester Township citizens as a member of our Township Council. Bless all of our council members. Give them wisdom, insight, and courage this evening to make decisions that affect our township in a positive and creative way. Bless our mayor and his staff, administration, and continue to bless our public safety staff, our police, our EMTs, our firefighters, who place themselves in danger so often to keep us from danger. Lord, continue to inspire, especially in our young, a sense of service to their fellow citizens. May our mutual respect and selfless dedication to bringing peace and harmony to our community bring that unity of community we desire. We ask our prayer this evening in the name of God, Father, Son, and Spirit, one God, forever and ever. Amen.
Thank you, Father. This regular meeting of the Township Council is being held in accordance with the schedule of meetings of the Township Council established and adopted by the Township Council, which schedule designated the time, date, and place of this meeting. Adequate public notice of this meeting has been provided pursuant to the provisions of the Open Public Meetings Act. We are using an electronic amplifying recording device in order to obtain audible and clear record. I request all those wishing to speak to be recognized and state your name and address directly into the microphone. Recording device is to be solely utilized by the Township Clerk's Office and shall be the official record of Township Council meetings. Roll call, please.
Mr. Hutchison?
Present.
Mr. Schmidt?
Present.
Mr. Seiler?
Here.
Mrs. Strada? Here. Mr. Mercado?
Present.
Mr. Piantini?
Present.
Mayor?
Here.
Mr. Maffa?
Present.
Mr. Lechner?
Here.
Chief Earl?
Deputy Chief. Let's go in for Chief.
Mr. Carlemere?
Here.
Mr. Cantwell? Mr. Cardis?
Here.
We now will have the swearing in of Michelle Winters, and she will be sworn in by the Honorable Freeholder, Michelle Genta. We all got to get up there and get involved.
State of New Jersey.
celebration, I turn it over to Joyce Ellis.
Welcome, everyone. Here we are another year. See all those bright, shining faces out there? I would like to say, for those of us in Gloucester Township who recognize and are dedicated to leadership, scholarship, service, this evening represents the finest we have to offer in service to our fellow man. You're going to see some pretty unique people here this evening and hear some really interesting stories. We as a community are honored to present to Mayor, to Senator Madden, Freeholder Michelle Gentek, that's a lovely sound, isn't it, Michelle? Assemblyman Gabriela Mascara, and our surrogate, Pat Jones. Welcome to all of our honored guests. We're honored to present to the Township Council and the community and the citizens of this community what it represents to be dedicated, single-minded, unselfish, and determined. I think those words describe from what I've read of these people who are being honored this evening. May I present Mayor and President Bianchini, Gloucester Township Award Recipients of the Year 2013. To start us this evening, we would ask that Senior Pastor Toki Taylor come up for our invocation.
Good evening, everyone. I would like to say a prayer over our honorees. I would ask at this time if all of our Black History honorees please stand. Amen. I ask that everyone would be praying with me. Father God, we thank you and we praise you and we glorify your holy name for your excellent work that you have done through your children. Lord, I ask in the name of Jesus that you would bless them from the crown of their heads to the soles of their feet, that you would bless their coming out and their going in. Father God, you said that you would bring them before greatness. Lord, I ask that they would know that the race is not given to the swift nor the strong, but to the one that will endure unto the end. I ask, Lord, that you open up doors that no man can open, that the monies would be there for college, Father God, that the transportation would be there. Lord, that you would fill their hearts and their minds with vision and new ideas and new inventions. But most importantly, Father, I ask that for your divine protection for them, your divine direction, and your divine manifestation, that they will know that they are never alone. I ask that you give them wisdom beyond their years, that they will make the difference, for they are your chosen generation. We thank you for these things, Lord. Bless this service, bless the council meeting. In Jesus' name, amen.
Jasmira here. Jasmira Lewis, can you come up, please? Jasmira has sung for us. I think this is the second year in a row. She always does such a beautiful job. I've heard her sing at Timber Creek many times. She has a beautiful natural talent. Would you please stand and join and lift every voice and sing? The words are on the back of your program.
Lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven ring, ring with the harmonies of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise high as the listening skies. Let it resound loud as the rolling seas. Sing a song full of the faith that the dark past has taught us. Sing present has brought us, facing the rising sun of a new day begun. Let us march strong till victory is won.
Be seated. Thank you. Every year we do this, we ask the schools to give us the names of students that they feel are outstanding and that are can be honored in this way. And I feel very proud as a board member for this district because our kids are so fantastic and our schools are so great. So without further ado, I would ask that Jason Pinnock come up, please. Let's go to Kadir Lewis. Takia McLean.
Before I get started, we have another distinguished dignitary with us, our sheriff from Camden County, Chuck Billingson. Thank you. It is my honor today to stand before you, and as I'm up here, I'd like to invite Ms. Petit to join us, the principal of Highland High School. Thank you, Ms. Petit. It is my honor to present this award to Takia Monet McLean. I had a few moments to talk to Takia. Takia is new to not only to the school, but she's new to our country. She came from Trinidad. And so not only is she adapting to things of the United States, but she's adapting to a different school system. And I'm proud to say that she is at a 4.0 grade point average. Her grades and her exceptional improvement in her grades can be explained to the vast time and effort that she's willing to put into everything that she does. She's taken the high road, and most people will not do this, but she's taken double up in the math as a senior, taking geometry, which in itself is difficult, and algebra too. She's taken them both together this year, so you could just tell about her work ethic in becoming the best student she can become. Along with her achievements in the classroom, she is involved in outside of Highland High School. She is a member of the chorale, the student council, and serves as a transition peer leader. So she's not only making sure that she does the right thing, she's mentoring other individuals in her school. Ms. McLean has also found time to volunteer through the Special Olympics and the St. Agnes Church. She has also done all this while adjusting to a new country and culture. She has done a great, great job, and this was presented to us by Ms. Petit as well as Mr. Bennett from the Highland High School. Takia also wants to go on to college and become a social worker, and she has a love of music as well. So Takia, it's my pleasure to give you this recognition from Gloucester Township Black History Month for outstanding community service as presented by the Gloucester Township Mayor and Council, February 2013. Also, we have proclamations from our state legislators as well as from our county legislators. So congratulations for all that. Ms. Petit, would you like to say something?
I'd just like to congratulate Takia and also her sister and her mother are here also, but I'm glad that she chose Gloucester Township to reside in. Every morning, 7:15, I see her in the hallway and she's bright, cheerful, a happy hello. I can just imagine the smiles that she puts on people's faces in our community, and especially when she volunteers for the Special Olympics. So we're very proud to have you as part of Highland family. Congratulations.
Hi, I would just like to say thank you for this award. It's been an honor, and I love America. Just only a year and a half I've been living here, and I met these amazing people, friends, teachers, everyone just so welcoming and warm to me, and I'm just happy to be here to just do my best and just make this world a better place, you could say. So thank you.
We should have kept Miss Petite up here because Jamil Grant is also from Highland. He didn't make it this evening, okay. Mrs. Giusti?
Good evening, everyone, and to all that have attended these proceedings before, welcome back. To all of the new people that are here tonight, and I'm so happy to see all of you, and thank you for coming. I would like to, my first nominee will be Myrtle Sally. Okay.
Miss Sally could not make it this evening, and I asked the committee and the members of council if perhaps those individuals that could not make it today, that we still provide the biography of those individuals so our audience gets to know why these individuals were honored. So if that's fine with you, the evaluating committee, perhaps we can mention the names and talk about the individuals that were honored. Okay. Miss Sally cannot make it this evening. She doesn't drive in the evening much, but I wanted to give you a little background about Myrtle Sally. Myrtle Sally was born and raised in Gloucester Township. I'm not going to give her age, but I will tell you that Myrtle attended Point Ariel Elementary School when that was an elementary school. People know it as a community center. She attended that up until the 4th grade and then went to Grenlock School, which is now closed. Dolly's shaking her head. She knows these schools. They're located on Black Horse Pike for 5th grade. And then in 7th and 8th grade, she attended Gloucester Town, well, back then called Blackwood School, which is Gloucester Township School located on the Black Horse Pike. It sits on the hill. At that time, we did not have a high school or any high schools in Gloucester Township. So many of our students went to various high schools throughout the area. She attended Paulsboro High School and was a Paulsboro Red Raider and graduated from there. After she graduated, she met the love of her life, Mars, and they decided to raise a family here in Gloucester Township. So with the exception of 2 years of her life, she has lived there all her life. She raised five children, has 8 grandchildren, and 2 great-grandchildren. And she attends her, if you're familiar with the little white church located on Eriel Road, her pastor was the grandfather of that little church. She attends the True Way Church of Jesus Christ in Philadelphia, which was founded by her oldest brother and now pastored by her youngest brother. She is a true woman of faith. And one of the things that, well, I met Miss Sally when I was doing a tour of the school district's latchkey program. She's been a latchkey aide for the last 8 years for the Gloucester Township School District. But prior to that, she worked at Highland High School, where she was affectionately known as the Mod Squad. And anyone who knows those early 70s shows, she was an enforcer in the hallways of Highland High School. Then she went to Lauren Fleming for a bit, but then she was recruited to, she went to Glen Landing, but then she was recruited to work at Lauren Fleming High School, where she served there for 28 years and 5 months. She gave me the exact time. She is, one of the things, if you saw her today, and what we're going to do is we'll probably bring her back for our next council meeting and present this to her. She's an amazing woman that has a wonderful rapport with our children in our latchkey program. If anyone has participated in our latchkey programs, For me as a parent, one of the most stressful parts of my day when my son was younger was to make sure that I got back in time to pick him up from daycare or latchkey, but I knew he was safe in our latchkey program. And she provides a warmth and comfort to our children. She's at the Ariel School latchkey program. She has been working in our school districts for over 40 years. She's not retiring, she says, because she has nothing else to do. But she cares about our children, and she's provided compassion and warmth to our children, and it's because of this reason I nominated Miss Myrtle Sally. So we can give her a big hand. And we'll make sure that Miss Sally receives this plaque. One last thing that she told me when I had a conversation with her, because when I nominate someone, I don't tell them I nominate them. I like to think it's for something else. So I gave her this complete lie, that I needed some background on her about something else. She said it's incumbent upon her as an adult, and she considers herself an educator, to leave an impression on young people. And I see that with the children that attend the latchkey program there, but she left an impression upon me, and that's why she was nominated this evening. So thank you very much, Miss Sally. Congratulations. Our next recipient is from Trenton Regional High School. I'm sorry, fellas. Let's save you some time. Mr. Jeffrey Booker, Jr. I know that family, they're tall. So. Come closer. Okay. Jeffrey was nominated by his guidance counselor. Is she here today? Miss Cahoot? Okay. He was nominated by his high school guidance counselor at Triton High School. He is a junior there. He stands, one of the things that she mentioned is he stands amongst his peers. A very dedicated individual with a work ethic that has a plan of what he wants to do in life. He has currently a 3.73 GPA, is constantly hanging out on the honor roll, was just inducted into the National Honor Society this year, correct? And has plans to be a veterinarian. Where do you want to go to college? Any idea? Iowa State? Okay, you want to get away. Okay, all right. So, okay, you got family over there. He has a clear path of what he wants to do in life. He is part of the Audiovisual Club. He's part of the Drama Club. He is also part of the choir. And in the afternoons, after school, for about an hour each day, he participates in Taekwondo. In addition to that, he volunteers regularly. His press agent, his father, sent me an email today that he regularly attends and serves breakfast with his church at the Seeds of Hope Ministry in Camden. Every Saturday he serves breakfast to those individuals in need. In addition to that, he teaches Sunday school to 3-year-old children. So you know about this little light of mine, huh? You know about it. Okay. He is a respectful young man, and that comes across in her biography that she forwarded to us. And I had no doubt about that because I know his uncle. I've known his uncle for 10 years, and I've known his father. And even though perhaps we're on the opposite side when it comes to things, has always been respectful, and in a respectful manner, and carried himself with dignity and respect. And you had that as well. So congratulations on behalf of Gloucester Township Council and Mayor, in recognition for outstanding community service presented to you, Jeffrey Booker, Jr. Congratulations.
Well, I wasn't informed I was going to make a speech, but I guess I'm going to say a few words here. I'd like to thank my mom and my dad, who are always getting on me about doing my homework. Same with all my teachers. If I don't have my homework done, there's always going to be some consequences for that. So they keep me involved, they keep me out of trouble, and I owe everything I have here to them. Thank you, guys.
Ladies and gentlemen, our next nominee is Kiani Mitchell.
Welcome everyone to beautiful downtown Gloucester Township. We are here this evening in council chambers to recognize recipients for the Black History Month Awards ceremony. And with me happens to be the next recipient. Miss Mitchell, can we ask you a few questions? Is it okay with you? Are you sure? Are you sure? Yes, Maddie, she's here, I have her. Okay, are you ready? Kiani Mitchell, could you please tell me something about this National Kidney Foundation Dash for Ash?
Okay, well about, I can't hold it. Okay, well about, I was in 7th grade, my cousin got kidney disease and she had to get a kidney from her best friend. She donated to her. So my family came up with this idea to have the National Kidney Walk at the zoo in Philadelphia every year, and it's every October, and that's what we've been doing ever since.
That's one of the reasons why your fans love you so much. How about volunteer Cooper River Park Breast Cancer Walk? Can you shed a light on that, please?
Yeah, well, my Aunt Marlene has breast cancer, so that's a plus. I walk for that. And on the cheerleading, we did it for community service, so I did it for that too.
Well, then I won't ask you the cheerleading question then. How about volunteerism for Rowan University, Aim High?
Okay, well, at this program, Aim High, which I will talk about later, we did 15 hours community service. We worked at the old folks' home, that's how you say it. And then we did some community service with other cancer organizations, and we played sports and like did recreation activities with some kids that had MS. So
that was fine, Miss Mitchell. The old folks here just love that answer. How about shedding some light, please, Miss Mitchell, on the Honor Society?
It's the Honor Society.
Good enough for me. Buddy Club.
At this program at my school, there are special needs kids, and after school and during school, they have these activities that you can participate with them. So I will go there and volunteer with them and help them too.
Your fans would also like to know about the Tri-High News.
Okay, my freshman year, I was the first freshman and the only freshman on the news, and I was super nervous, but I love it now, and I do whatever I want, and I'm still on it as a senior.
Here is the government question. Your role in student government, please.
Well, now I'm not really that. But my freshman year, I was elected class treasurer, and that was it.
Lovely. Would you like to go back to the cheerleading question? The cheerleading question.
I was a cheerleader.
Rah, rah, rah. Who was your favorite 7th and 8th grade middle school teacher? I'm kidding. Forget that. I'm not going to ask that question. How about the teacher assistants? Echelon, New Jersey, Little Raindrops Christian Daycare Center.
Well, this year I have a part-time job at a daycare center, so every day after school I work until 6 o'clock with kids that's little babies till about 12 years old, and I just got from there like 2 hours ago, so.
Perfect. Did you wash your hands? Lovely. Aim high at Rowan University.
Okay, this summer before my senior year, I got invited to be in this program at Rowan. For about a month, we stayed there every week. Like, we stayed in the dorms for a week, went home on the weekends, and we took classes, and we like got involved. We got to stay in the dorms. We went on trips. We met professors. We met the person who owns the new Rowan Medical School. It was really great. Like, it was a great experience.
This is why we love you so much. Jump at Cooper Hospital.
Last year, my junior year, I also got invited to be at this program at Jump, which is at Cooper Hospital. We got to spend like a couple of hours in the morning with a bunch of different doctors, like the lung doctor and the brain doctor, all them doctors, and it was so much fun. We got to like perform surgery on the computers that I forget what they're called, like the people who the doctors to be, I forget what they're called. They work on it too. Yeah, the interns, so we got to do that as kids. There was a bunch of us. It was so much fun.
Where's your dendrites and neurons when you need them, right, County? Last question. Concert band.
Oh, that was my favorite class. My sophomore year, I was in concert band. I played mallet percussion, and it was great. And I miss that class a lot.
That was beautiful. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Kiani Mitchell. On behalf of Mayor and Council, Kiani, you are the best, and we love you. Thank you very much.
Okay, I feel like I already said a lot about myself, but I want to thank my mom and all my parents and my family for everything, and I hope that all the other African American children can be just as better than me in the future. And that's it.
And ladies and gentlemen, a hand for Mr. Frank Schmidt, please. Come back to follow. Our next recipient is Sabrina Umstead Smith.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'll tell you, I think Frank has a second career as a game show host. Our very own Alex Trebek, I think, here in Gloucester Township. But it is indeed my honor to introduce to all of you Mrs. Sabrina Umstead Smith. Mrs. Smith is being honored here this evening for her work with Eric's Place. Eric's Place is a nonprofit organization that helps families and caregivers of special needs children. And they have provided a variety of scholarships and grants, equipment to various hospitals in our area, and pajamas for our area hospitals, which that program is known as My PJs, as well as moral and emotional support for those families with special needs children. But I think it's even more fitting to acknowledge Mrs. Smith for the journey that brought her to Eric's Place. You see, on October the 14th, 1988, while she was 6 months pregnant with her first child, a fire broke out in an apartment adjacent to the apartment in which Mrs. Smith shared with her first husband, Eric. The smoke was so smothering that they were not able to escape their apartment, and rescuers found them close to the front door of their apartment with her husband over Mrs. Smith trying to protect her. Unfortunately, her husband, Eric, did not survive that evening. And due to the deprivation of oxygen to Mrs. Smith's unborn child, her son, whom she named Eric, was born on February 28th, 1989, which is this week. And Mrs. Smith, I actually share your son's birthday as well. But he was born with undeveloped lungs and cerebral palsy. It's unfortunate that Eric, due to the complications from his condition, passed away 3 years later on July the 9th, 1992. But as a result of her experiences, Mrs. Smith felt a need to repay those that helped her. And she founded Eric's Place to provide that need for those who are suffering and those who have children with special needs. I also want to note that the firefighter who rescued Mrs. Smith, and you give him credit for saving your life, was New York firefighter Timothy Higgins, who was killed on September the 11th at the World Trade Center attacks. So her journey certainly is one of tragedy, but it's one of courage. Courage where she has now been able to take that tragedy and turn it into something that is very, very good. And we are so proud to have you as a resident of Gloucester Township and an individual who continuously gives back to those that have helped her. So on behalf of the council and myself, I'd like to present to you this plaque and citations for what you have done with Eric's Place and for being the very special person you are. Thank you.
This is really, this is just amazing. I just thank God for being here to be able to help the families and the children with special needs. Had it not been for My cheering section back there. Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for coming out. They are my support. They help me to do this. And my husband, where's my husband? Oh, there you are. Thank God for my husband. It was a long journey for us to even get here to do this. A lot of pain, a lot of anger, disappointment, and always saying to myself for a while, why me? Well, why me has turned into why not me, and why me has also turned into every one of us can do something. I mean, one simple act has made this tremendous difference. We've given over 1,000 pairs of pajamas to area hospitals, grants to facilities that need pieces of equipment, and scholarships for youth to attend college. I can't thank you guys enough for this award. Thank you all so much.
I also want to note that Mrs. Smith was nominated for this award by her husband, Roosevelt.
Good evening, everyone. I have the privilege to announce the next 4 recipients. They go to the high school that's in my backyard, the Chargers. Go Chargers. Jasmira Lewis, please come up.
It is my honor to introduce to you Jasmira Lewis. Fortunately, you heard her beautiful voice as she sang that song early on, and what a talented young lady we have here with us tonight. Mr. Gary Saunders, Vice Principal of Timber Creek, can you come join us, please? Mr. Gary Saunders and Mrs. May Robinson nominated Jasmira for this award. She was shown her leadership qualities in academics, music, and as a volunteer. She's a well-rounded young woman who contributes to our school environment and her church through her musical talent. Jasmira frequently and without hesitation sings the national anthem for the student body and guests at Timber Creek school functions. She is a choir assistant director at her church, an active member in prayer breakfasts. Jasmira focuses even more of her leisure activity to volunteer work with clothing the homeless. What a wonderful thing that you do, and what a great role model that you are for others. She is they believe she was an excellent representative for this award, and it is my pleasure to present this award to Jasmira. Jasmira told me early on that she is going to the Berklee College of Music, and that's in Boston. I can tell you, we've been doing this for a while, and I can tell you, it's just so proud of these young individuals every year that we honor. They are just tremendous people, tremendous examples of the people that we have here in Gloucester Township, tremendous examples of the school system that they go to, and the leadership of the school systems. And Jasmira, you're just a great example, and I'm proud to present this award and certificates to you.
On behalf of Timber Creek, Mrs. Robinson, first of all, I'd like to salute you, Ms. Smith. You are definitely a role model. We appreciate everything you've done, everything you've overcome. You're truly someone to be followed with. Jasmira is our songbird. As you guys heard her sing earlier, any request we give her, Jasmira, we need you to sing here. Jasmira, we need you to do this. Jasmira, we need you to do that. She never hesitates. She's always there. She responds with a moment's notice. We're very proud of her, everything she's done. She represents actually all 4 of our recipients. By the way, Ms. Petit, all 4 of our people are here tonight. Just a little jab at my sister school. I love you, Ms. Petit. You know, I love you. But yeah, with all 4 of you, because we are very proud to be here. We understand how important this is. So they're basically all from the same mold. The fact that they're like our quiet fire. They're very quiet in their words, very outspoken in their actions. You know, they say they don't talk about it, they are about it. And we're very, very proud of them because of that.
I just want to thank God, first and foremost, my family for always supporting me, my classmates, and my vice principal for always being there.
All right. Our next recipient, Jaleel Coleman.
Hi, I'd like to introduce Jaleel Coleman. He's a senior at Timber Creek High School. Mr. Saunders, do you want to come back up? And is Mrs. Calandra here? Calandra, okay.
I'm just mistake all 4 of our recipients.
There you go.
All 4.
Jaleel was nominated by his peers at Timber Creek, Mrs. Robinson, Mr. Saunders, and also Mrs. Calandro. They were excited to honor Jaleel with his extremely talented young man with a broad range of interests. He's a kind person and rich in humanitarian values. His combination of spiritual gifts and his sense of responsibility for others enable one to see how the true value of his kindness has helped his community. He volunteers at the youth shelter for boys, helping to feed the homeless. He is a motivational speaker at the Glen Mills Correctional Facility for young men. He volunteers at the Minds of Men Ministries and the Philabundance of Freedom Christian Bible Fellowship. He is also a camp counselor at the 76ers camp and a transitional peer leader at Timber Creek High School. The highlight of his volunteerism was his missionary work in India, where he helped to feed, clothe, and educate children. Jaleel is a wholesome and energetic young man. He has developed a strong confidence from within because of what he has accomplished rather than because of the recognition he has received. They consider him a great all-around person, extremely likable, someone whose talents and excellent character will be an asset to any university, student body, or company. They believe in his academic ability, in addition to his willingness to go the extra mile in the pursuit of any endeavor, make him an adept and qualified nominee for the Gloucester Township Council Black History Month. Congratulations, Jaleel. He is hoping to go on to Gloucester County College to study strategic management. Good luck. Mr. Saunders, do you want to add?
I'll keep this short. I promise I'm going to keep this very short. Jaleel is a young man who's I've known for some time now. To be very honest with you, he's one of the young men in the building that has touched me, has touched my life. He truly is a special young man. He's a young man that gives of himself with any kind of hesitation. He's a young man that puts others first at all times. He's a young man that had the walls of Timber Creek made me very, very proud.
Thank you so much.
just like Jasmine, I have to thank my source, my all in all, my all sufficiency, my everything, and that is my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Who, none of this would be possible if I didn't. I have to first start by saying I made a decision about 2 years ago to be different, to not be a statistic, to not be like the average African American male that you see on TV every day, to not be like the rappers that you see on TV, and to not be like the stereotypical 17-year-old man. I made a decision to be different. I made a decision to follow Christ. And I say that more than just a cliche. I say it because I really genuinely mean it. And if my pursuit to be like him gets me this award and feeds a couple kids and is able to touch somebody else's life, and especially the life of someone who's educating me, my vice principal, then there's no higher honor than that to me. And I am truly, truly humbled. Thank you, Mayor. Thank you to the council board. I appreciate everybody. I encourage all of you to look at all of the candidates here tonight. Go home tonight, and before you lay down, think about your life and think about the impact that you're having. And wake up tomorrow and impact somebody else. Because when you do that, and when you spread that love, you are truly, truly in the will of God. Thank you.
Joel Graham, would you please come forward?
This is Joel, and he was nominated by May Robinson, Mr. Saunders, and Mr. Ortzman. They wrote this saying that basically he is a very respected student. He's admired by his peers and the staff members at Timber Creek High School. He has a very challenging schedule. He's going to graduate with 18 college prep classes at graduation. He wants to work with computer software and new forms of technology, the phones and tablets. Sorry, I'm a little nervous. He actually is, let's see, I'm sorry. He's working toward, he's taken physics and pre-calculus now and practical computers applications, very busy. He's actually attended the HBCU College Fair and it was awarded a full scholarship to Coppin State University. What he's going to do. So he's still got some decisions to make there. He's involved in Timber Creek boys basketball program throughout his high school career. He's an athlete. He works hard day in and day out to be the best player and to be a good teammate. He also worked this past summer, volunteered as a camp counselor for the Team Hines summer basketball camp. So he works with the coaches for different drills and teaching the young players how to play the game. Outstanding student, not afraid to step out of the box. He's published in the school's literary magazine for his poem titled Free Choices. And his administrators speak very highly of him and they recommend him for this nomination. And I'm very proud to be here to do so.
Hi, first I would like to thank my parents for instilling the values that I hold today. And my grandmother, of course, she's not here today because she passed away in 2008 of August. But she really meant a lot to me, and I always think of what she said to me as a child when I was growing up in her house with all of her children running around, and that she was telling me that basically you can do anything you want if you just put your mind to it, and always try to stay away from the negative and try to stay in the positive because the negative is not going to get you anywhere in life. And of course, I would like to thank my coaches in the back, Coach Rich, Coach Rick, and Coach Page, and my teammates for being here. Yes, my coaches. I would first like to say that they really encourage me every day to work hard and not give up, because you will get far in life if you keep that motive. And lastly but not least, I said this before, but I'll thank my parents and Mr. Saunders. I can honestly say that you are a role model to me in Timber Creek, and I look up to you every day. And thank you for just encouraging me every day and instilling values in me. Thank you.
Real quick, you know, Joel, it's very nice you to say that, but you know what? I look up to you. You're a great young man. You do great things. Just the encouragement, like I say, you guys give me every single day. You know, what you do, what you bring to this thing. Like the fact that we had a very hard practice tonight, very late practice tonight. You know, you came out, your teammates are here, your coaches are here. That just speaks volumes, the kind of person you are. We're very, very proud of you, everything you've done, everything you're going to do, because we have a lot of season left. A lot of season left. And, you can make a big impact on the season. Hopefully not my mind.
Okay. I don't know about y'all, but I'm feeling pretty inspired from the recipients tonight. Really good job. And last but not least, another TC'er, Brianna Golden.
I would like to thank both Highland and Timber Creek High School for nominating students each year for this program. They have sent us some outstanding students, and we appreciate that. Brianne, she was nominated by the school principal, Mrs. Robinson, and also Mr. Saunders. I think Brianne was one of the most impressive students that I've had the pleasure to introduce, and I think you may agree with me a little later here. Brianne is a senior at Timber Creek High School. She played in the band since she was in the 6th grade, and she plays the clarinet. She was invited to participate in the American Legion New Jersey Mural State program and earned a nomination to the 6-week 4th Legislative Enrichment Program, which is sponsored by the state legislators here. She participates in the Relay for Life Counselor fundraiser each year. Brianne is a Sunday school teacher at a church for the children aged 6 to 11. She is a member of the National Honor Society. She is a student council vice president and the vice president of the executive committee for the class of 2013. She has taken 10 honor level courses and 5 advanced placement courses. She has successfully completed the most rigorous programs that Timber Creek has to offer. She has a 4.0 grade average and is ranked top in the top percentile of a class of 336 students. 336 students. I spoke with Brianne over the weekend, and she says she has been accepted in 5 colleges and universities, and she planned to major in political science. Mr. Saunders, would you like to say something?
Again, just real quick. I know. I have a nickname for Brianna. She probably doesn't know it, but she's my quiet storm. Like I said, she just does things. She gets it done. She doesn't hesitate. She's just an achiever. Anything we ask her to do, she's right there. She does the morning announcements in the morning. This whole month of February for Black History Month, she read every single Black History quote we had because she's representing it. That's what she does. And obviously, because of the students like Brianna and the rest of the honorees, I am so proud and so happy to represent Timber Creek and go to work there every single day because it is a fantastic place to work. Black Horse Pike Regional School District, top of the line, and I couldn't think of any place I'd rather be there. And if you didn't know, now you know.
From Mayor and Council and from our county and state officials. You can take the microphone.
Hi everyone, I'm kind of nervous, sorry. Like my brothers and sisters, I'd like to thank God and Jesus Christ for getting me this far and just giving me life and allowing me to touch other people's lives. I also like to thank my parents, teachers, Mr. Saunders, principals, councilmen, the mayor, just everyone for inspiring me to achieve my full potential. I'm involved in many activities, but I like to say that the most important activity that I do is volunteering at my church to teach children's ages 4 through 11. Unfortunately, yesterday, one of the little girls that I taught, she passed away. She was only 13 years old, and her name was Brianna also. I volunteer to inspire the children, but in turn they inspire me. So I just challenge everyone to remain inspired and to just do whatever you need to do just to make this world greater. Thank you.
I would just like everyone to give this remarkable class of 2013 another hand. When we started out this evening, I said that this was an unusual group, and I think you see what I mean. Those of us on the committee are very proud and honored to have had a part in selecting these young people, and I'm talking about everyone, Sabrina. All of these young people, I thank all of you, and I appreciate what you do, what you give to our community. It's my honor and it's my privilege to serve as a member of the Board of Ed. And I think that the students that you heard speak this evening speak louder than anything I could ever say. You know, what you see is what you get in this district. And we have some very remarkable and talented children and some very remarkable and talented adults who inspire children and who are role models. So I thank each and every one of you for coming. And now I turn this program over to our Honorable Mayor, David Mayer.
Thank you, Joyce. Before I conclude the program, I would like to introduce Councilman Hutchinson, who will speak about his nominee, and I believe another, I think Orlando has another. Okay, great.
Jamil Grant was nominated as a student from Highland High School by Ms. Petit. The first sentence of the nomination form says, Jamil Grant is an unsung hero. And that caught my eye because when I looked on, yeah, I see that he's a very good student. But what resonates with this is that he helps others. And that seems to be consistent in all of the bios that I've heard today. Through the National Honor Society, Jamil teaches skills to the other students in his high school at Highland. And he also teaches these skills, these learning skills, to the middle school students. I don't know if I can say the quote exactly correct. Something about teaching a man to fish. But that's what I'm thinking about when I think of Jamil. He has a 3.87 GPA at Highland High School. He's taken a couple AP classes his junior year. He's a senior now, and what does he do? He takes 4 AP classes. It's impressive. And I'm glad that we received this nomination. I'll make sure that he gets his award tonight. Thank you.
Miss Myrtle Sally arrived. Miss Sally, could you please come up? We said some wonderful things about you. We just want to present your award to you. Look at that smile. I told you, it's infectious. I had an opportunity to tell our audience here about the wonderful things that you've done in our township, where you've been an educator for over 40 years in our school district. You have lived here with the exception of 2 years of your life here in Gloucester Township, born and raised. You attended Point Ariel School, Elementary School, Grenlock School, Blackwood, which is now Gloucester Township School, and you attended Paulsboro High School. You raised 5 children, 8 grandchildren, 2 great-grandchildren. And you worked at Highland High School. You were part of the Mod Squad. Did you know they called you that? You were the enforcer. I can't imagine you enforced it, but you were. They recruited you. You went to Glen Landing, and then you stayed at Lauren Fleming for 28 years and 5 months. Yes. And you're still working for the last 8 years as a latchkey aide in Ariel District. Right. And one of the things that I convey to our audience is the infectious smile that you have, the rapport that you have with your children, and that you want to leave an impression upon children. It's incumbent upon you to leave them with something. And I believe that, and there's many of our students here that have left an impression upon me. Jaleel, I love the elbow patches. Show me those elbow patches. You see those elbow patches he had? But we have some sharp children here in this community, and you are part of educating those students. So thank you very much, and on behalf of Mayor and Council, congratulations.
I would like to apologize for not being here on time, but I had things kind of a little mixed up. My great-granddaughter was honored tonight at the Charles W. Lewis School for the Dr. Martin Luther King poster contest, and that's where I was. And I would like to say that I have my oldest daughter, who is right here taking a picture, my next oldest daughter, Sharon DeWalt, and Carmela. I have 3 of my living children. Then I have my oldest grandson here, which is Mrs. Russell's son. And I have the 3 younger ones. But you know, I just feel honored tonight that they followed me here from Lewis School. I just have to give God the glory, because I just thought I had missed everything, and I felt so bad. And I said to my daughter, just let's go, just run me, please, just take me. And I'm so glad to be here, and I just want to apologize again for not being here at the time that I should have been here. And thank you so much for everything.
And now I'd like to bring up our wonderful mayor. For anyone who's attended this program over the previous years, this has grown and grown, and this gentleman has embraced this program and has created a field of diversity in our community. And I just want to bring up our mayor.
Thank you, Orlando. I'd like to ask Senator Madden, Assemblywoman Mascara, Surrogate Pat Jones, Freeholder Michelle Gentek, and Sheriff Chuck Billingham to please join me up here. As you see, these elected officials are here to honor our recipients and the good work that you are doing. And I would ask Senator Madden to say a few words on behalf of our elected officials. Senator.
Thank you, Mayor. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. And to the award recipients tonight, on behalf of my distinguished colleagues, just a great big thank you and a God-given hug. Every year in Gloucester Township, under the leadership of David Mayer and Council President Glenn Bianchini and the council members, the public officials that come out representing the police department, what we witness is we witness the heart and soul of what Gloucester Township is all about. They have a knack for reaching out and identifying people who have one story of success in making a positive difference in the lives of many people, their neighbors and what have you, and one story supersedes the next, and it just keeps growing and growing. The bottom line is that there could be another room filled tomorrow night with people from Gloucester Township with success stories and making positive differences. Now, we deliberate in many issues in the State House. They have an awful lot to do with education and the challenges of providing a solid foundation for our youth to get off into their adult life. And I'd be remiss if I did not acknowledge the esteemed achievements of the 3 high schools in Gloucester Township and the commitments of the principals, the superintendents of schools, and the heart and soul of what the teachers put into your children. You know, they serve as role models day in and day out, and one would argue 1/3 of their life is put before an individual which you expect them to make a significant difference. But a resounding theme in the award recipients tonight was that they've demonstrated a true success story in their own personal achievements, balancing their beliefs, their own energies with the challenges in their homes, their schools, and rock solid on a foundation of belief in Jesus Christ. I mean, that's really what you're talking about, the real deal, all points of the triangle. But ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of Gabrielle Mascara, my partner in the Assembly, Mayor David Mayer, our surrogate Pat Jones, freeholder Michelle Gentek, and a proud sheriff, Chuck Billingham of Camden County, we want to thank you for being the true people that you are, an inspiration to even us to keep going in tough times. We look forward to hearing positive things about our children as they move forward in their life. And anytime someone can take severe tragedies in their own personal life, turn it around, whether it was cancer, fires where people were lost, and lift things up for a greater good for someone whose face they probably have never met and will never meet in their personal lives, but to continue to be good, solid, hard citizens of our state. We're so proud to be representatives of you, and thank you for the opportunity to share a fine evening with some fantastic citizens. Thank you.
Thank you, Senator, and thank you to all of you for joining us this evening to celebrate Black History Month and to celebrate the great accomplishments of the award recipients this evening. You know, I also want to thank the committee. Thank you very much for your hard work in putting together the program this evening and all of your time and effort. Martin Luther King once said that life's most persistent and urgent question is, what are you doing for others? And we saw this evening what our award recipients are doing for others here in Gloucester Township and in our area. I am so proud to be the mayor of this community, to be the mayor of a community that is united, that is a community that gives back to others, that raises the quality of the students that you saw here today, and has as a community the individuals that have been here for a longer period of time. So on behalf of our council and myself, I just want to say how proud I am of all the award recipients and that you are truly examples for all of us to guide our lives by. On behalf of our council, myself, thank you all for coming out this evening. Thank you.
We will take a 5 to 10 minute break, but I would ask that all the recipients of the awards please come up front so that we can have a group picture. Thank you. We'll recess for 10 minutes.
No, it's right there. Right in the middle.
Show the patches. Okay. No, look at where the patches there, huh? I wear patches. Oh, no.
Fun's about to start.
I will be there. Just thinking.
Good luck. All right, I look forward to hearing from you.
We're
All
awesome,
right,
babe,
thank
as
you.
always.
I heard you say like the film. The lady calls me once more.
Oh, we're in there now. We're doing the Thing Roads right now. And then in the spring we'll do the building. It'll be awesome.
Call the meeting back to order.
Jazzy Jazz. What time are you doing now? So did I. My mom. She wants to bring mail. 2 seconds.
We're going to get meeting back to order, please. Can I have a roll call, please?
Mr. Hutchison? Present. Mr. Schmidt? Yes. Mr. Seiler? Here. Mrs. Strato? Here. Mrs. Winters? Here. Mr. Mercado?
Present.
Mr. Bianchini?
Present.
Mayor Mayor?
You don't have to do the council. We now have the first public portion. Anyone who's wishing to speak on any agenda items only, please raise your hand, come to the microphone. Seeing no hands, we close the first public portion. Bid report.
Armored rescue vehicle?
Motion to accept the bid report.
So moved. Second.
On the question, roll call, please.
Mr. Hutchison?
Yes.
Mr. Schmidt? Yes. Mr. Seiler?
Yes.
Mrs. Strato?
Yes.
Mrs. Winters? Yes. Mr. Mercado?
Yes.
Mr. Bianchini?
Yes. Minutes.
Waive the reading and accept the minutes of regular meeting February 11th and executive session February 11th.
Motion to approve the minutes.
So moved. Second.
On the question, roll call, please.
Mr. Hutchison?
Yes.
Mr. Schmidt?
Yes.
Mr. Seiler?
Yes.
Mrs. Strato?
Yes.
Mrs. Winters? Same. Mr. Mercado?
Yes.
And Mr. Bianchini?
Yes. We now have resolutions of consent agenda. Any council person wishing to remove any of these resolutions, please let me know now.
Mr. President, I make a motion to accept the consent agenda as presented.
I'll second that.
On the question, roll call, please.
Mr. Hutchison?
Yes.
Mr. Schmidt?
Yes.
Mr. Seiler?
Yes.
Mrs. Strato?
Yes.
Mrs. Winters?
Yes.
Mr. Mercado?
Yes.
Mr. Bianchini?
Yes. Mayor's report, Mayor. You got your hip hop in there, Mayor. Oh, I'm sorry, Mayor.
You can introduce the president.
I'm sorry, Mayor. We have the regular agenda was not on mine, so regular agenda R1302-079, resolution introducing the 2012 fiscal year budget. Every year, as everyone knows, the mayor. It says 12 there. So it was missing from my agenda, and now it's the wrong date. 2013 fiscal year budget. Thank you, Tom. Every year as the mayor introduces his budget to council, and council is accepting that budget. But before we vote on that, I would ask that our business administrator please give a summary on that.
You are correct. Historically, the mayor has presented a budget to the council. The council has introduced that budget. This budget will be advertised. There will be a public hearing that is scheduled for March 25th. At that time, we may or may not be able to adopt this budget depending on whether the state gives approval. I have worked with the mayor and the chief financial officer on this budget. This budget does maintain the same amount under the section for amount to be raised by taxation, which is also known as the tax levy. That amount is set at $37,346,064. That amount was the same amount that appeared in the calendar year 2012 budget for the tax levy. It was also in the calendar year 2011 budget for the levy. It also appeared as half the amount in the transition year under 2010, and it was the amount that was in the fiscal year 2010 budget when that budget was approved before we switched over to a calendar. So again, this budget represents a zero increase to the overall tax levy.
Municipal tax.
Municipal tax.
Thank you, Tom. Any questions from council to Mr. Cardis? Seeing none, we will ask for a motion to approve.
So moved.
Second.
On the question, roll call.
Mr. Hutchison?
Thank you, Mayor. Thank you, Tom. Yes.
Mr. Schmidt?
Yes.
Mr. Seiler?
Yes.
Mrs. Strato?
Yes.
Mrs. Winters?
Yes.
Mr. Mercado?
Yes.
Mr. Bianchini?
Yes. Now, Mayor.
Thank you, Mr. President and members of I'll talk loud. Yes. Thank you very much. It's on now. Ladies, Mr. President and members of council, good evening. First, let me congratulate Michelle on your swearing in. We certainly look forward to working with you and your vision and ideas for Gloucester Township. So, congratulations to you. As you just did notice, we've introduced our budget for 2013, and I'm very proud to say that for 4 years in a row, we're introducing a budget that holds the line on taxes. We've worked hard over these last 3.5 years to straighten out our township's finances, to upgrade our bond rating to an A+. We have entered into a multitude of shared services arrangements. We've initiated the single stream recycling program, a very successful program. We're improving our energy efficiency in both of our municipal as well as our school facilities, and we're turning towards solar as a way to save money amongst many other things. And I want to thank our business administrator Tom Cardis, our CFO Christy Arrett, for their diligence and their hard work in tumultuous times and challenging times. And we have been very fortunate to roll up our sleeves and work each and every day to save the taxpayers of Gloucester Township money. So I thank them for their help, and for council for your participation and for your assistance over these last 3.5 years. So thank you very much. And also just want to add that tonight is Sean McCullen's last day, or last council meeting that he is covering for us for the patch. We wish him well as he travels to New York with his career. We wish you much success, Sean. So, thank you, Mr. President.
We did not have any GTE Gov access questions, so we'll move on to the second public portion. Anyone wish to speak on any items, please raise your hand and come to the microphone.
Gary Savoy from Blackwood, New Jersey. I just want to congratulate Orlando for bowling 103 yesterday.
It was that high? You sure that was the right score?
The bumpers on the out.
Take it easy on the kids.
Joanne?
Joanne Carr, Timber Birch. Welcome to the committee. At the last meeting, you voted on a few things, and I was just letting them go by because I just figured, well, it's going to get taken care of. But then my interest was piqued when in Patch it said about the vehicles that were voted on, and I thought, I have to. So there's the one, I understand dump trucks and plows and this and that, but I did have a question about the passenger van. What does the township have need of a passenger van?
That's the need for the passenger van is to be utilized by our recreation group, so that they have a smaller van that really has not been has been breaking down, and also is not big enough for them to carry things around as they need throughout the town. So
they're not transporting children.
No. They're transporting their supplies and their equipment to areas throughout the township.
Why a passenger van versus a?
Well, sometimes they have to take crew members and to the pool and stuff like that. It's not again, it's not used mainly for anything other than the staff as well as equipment.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Anyone else? Yes, sir.
I am Joe Pauly, 10 Bainbridge Courts, and Ariel. I had a question regarding the roads. The roads seem to be beat up a lot. My quick question was, why are we spending all this money on this police armored vehicle instead of spending money on the roads? I've hit like five potholes in the past week. One of my shocks just broke. Now you're kind of costing me money. Like, what's going on with the roads? Why is nothing ever getting done with it? When it seems like somebody's doing work, it looks like they just pour like dirt into the hole.
Well, I think you know why we purchased or approved the purchase of the armored vehicles, so we don't really need to go into that any further. As far as the roads, a lot of the roads are being dug up as we speak because of the Camden County Municipal Utilities Authority and other utilities. We have passed an ordinance to make sure that they repair the roads accordingly, and there's been some guidelines for anybody who digs up our roads of how they are to repair them. Right now you see a top coat because I don't know, or I'm not sure if they're 100% complete right now. As the weather gets warmer, you'll probably see those projects finished and those roads getting repaved.
Okay, who exactly? I know the county is responsible for some of the roads, and the town specifically. If they're, who's the correct department that takes care of the roads in the town?
Well, if it's the county department, if it's the county roads, the county public works department handles them. If it's our roads that's owned by Gloucester Township, our Public Works Department has a street division that goes around and takes care of that.
Okay, so if I find things that are not considered a county road, I should report it to them?
Whether you know if it's county or not, you can always report it to our Public Works, and they'll direct those requests to the county if it is a county road.
Okay, I just find it a little weird that we're worrying about public safety. These things can be an issue. My girlfriend 2 weeks ago hit a pothole, lost control of her car, and went up a curb. So I mean, that could cause an accident. What if there's a child by there? Who would be responsible for that? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Well, things are the way. I mean, we're looking at every road. We have our engineers that continuously prioritize that. I know the mayor himself has been on in contact with the county facilities. I know our Public Works Director has been. So we do not take it lightly. Our police department probably in their going around through town have identified those issues. So we are on top of it. We are working with it, and we will continue to improve the roads throughout our township.
Thank you very much, and I also wanted to welcome Mrs. Winters to the council. I'm hoping you can maybe do a couple things or be a change of pace from everything else going on. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else? Seeing no other hands, we close the second public portion. Polling of directors and council, please.
Mr. Maffa?
Nothing to report at this time.
Mr. Lechner?
Nothing to report, thank you.
Deputy Chief Harkins?
Council, I just wanted to inform you of an incident that was newsworthy. 4 of our officers last night handled a domestic violence incident in La Cascada. Subject appeared to be very intoxicated. One of our officers, Corporal Jim Kalin, ended up, I believe he has a broken bone in his hand. Reading the report, speaking to the officers, listening to the tapes, it was a pretty violent incident, and our officers handled it very well upon our review, and we received mutual aid from other towns. It ended up taking 9 officers to get this individual under control. So, but we were very lucky, and I just want to inform you of the incident. Corporal Kalin's expected to be out a couple of weeks, but hopefully return shortly. So,
Deputy Chief, please send the council's well wishes to.
Certainly will. Thank you, Mr. President.
Mr. Carlemere?
Nothing to report.
Mr. Cardis? Mr. Hutchison?
I'd like to congratulate all of the Black History Month recipients and those people who served on the committee to evaluate all of the resumes. I'd like to point out that on March 19th we have, I believe, a meeting for the community garden. I'm going to grow the big tomatoes. Congratulations to Ms. Winters. You're going to do great. I'd also like to bring up a function that I attended on Friday evening, the Heroes Scholarship Dinner, wherein officers from Camden County, I believe that's the territorial limit of it, received awards. And we had a few of our officers, Sergeant Carver and Sergeant Don, maybe I'm mispronouncing that. Correct. Both received awards for their acts of courage and valor. But I heard a lot of stories that evening about things that go on around this county and the various municipalities. The harm that these officers are putting their lives up to. And when I look at this armored rescue vehicle, I thought about that on Friday night. And we as a council, we as a town owe it to our officers to give them every tool that they can possibly have to possibly prevent one of them from being killed. It is so worth it to purchase this vehicle. So thank you.
Mr. Seiler?
Yes. First, I'd like to congratulate Ms. Winters on her appointment and welcome her to the council. And also would like to congratulate all of the recipients other awards tonight. I think we have some outstanding students that were selected this evening. As usual, every year they seem to be getting better and better. That's all I have.
Mrs. Strato?
I'd like to congratulate Councilwoman Winters. Welcome. I look forward to working with you. And I'd also like to congratulate the award recipients this evening. It is, their bios were very impressive to hear all of them, and it's an honor to be a part of such a great township with a bright future. Last week I got to speak to Troop 811, the Boy Scouts, about citizenship and being an elected official, and I thought that I would be in and out of there in 15 minutes, and boy, I was wrong. An hour later, I still had 11-year-old boys asking questions about their community and what they can do in their community and about our positions. And then on Thursday night, Councilman Seiler and I attended an affair with the veterans, and correct me, Sam, if I need to add anything, Veterans Affairs, where students submitted essays and their awards were given out on Thursday. And it was just it's been a very impressive couple days to see the bright future of Gloucester Township and what's up and coming. So I'm very proud of all the kids that have worked so hard to achieve all their goals. Thank you and have a good night.
Mrs. Winters?
I just want to say thank you for electing me to be on council. It's an honor. I look forward to working with everyone here. I also attended the dinner on Friday night for the Hero Scholarship Fund, and it was just amazing to hear those stories. You know, I'm thankful for those people putting their lives at risk every day for us. And tonight, all the nominees, they're great to hear. I don't know how those kids fit all that time and, you know, get everything done and manage to keep it 4.0, but, you know, congratulations to them, and thank you for this opportunity.
Mr. Mercado?
I want to congratulate all of our honorees this evening. Also thank the committee, Joyce, Dr. Joyce Ellis, Phyllis Giusti, and Mr. Stan Washington for putting our program together. Also, yesterday, the Field of Dreams Committee held a fundraiser at the Brunswick Zone. The place was packed from 1 to 3. It was chaotic. And they raised some money to go towards the Field of Dreams. So congratulations to that committee and those that spearheaded it. Congratulations to Mrs. Winters on her joining us here on council. She has a wonderful family. I know her daughter very well. When I work at Stockton, she attends there. She's a wonderful student. She's a reflection upon her parenting. So welcome. And lastly, to Sean, Godspeed, best wishes to you and your daughter, and in your transition to New York, and best wishes. Have a good evening, everyone.
Mr. Schmidt?
I too would like to welcome Michelle. Nice to have you here, Michelle. With respect to the dinner on Friday night, there's another officer, Mr. Bert Zimmerman, passed away in 2004 in the line of duty, a Gloucester Township resident also. Sean, good luck in your travels. Thank you, Orlando, for your contribution to tonight's celebration. I was a hard worker with that. And thank you, Mayor and Administration, for your sound budget. Thank you.
I'd like to thank all the residents for attending tonight's meeting. I too want to congratulate all the award recipients tonight. It makes you feel very, very proud when you see these young individuals and some of the non-student individuals who have accomplished so much despite many, many different obstacles that may be in their way. It makes you proud to represent them for Gloucester Township. The one common theme that I noticed, and I was saying this to Father Mark Habanero, is each and every one of them have God and Jesus as their center, and base their lives on His great works. And I think if we all take those examples and try to be the best that we can be, Gloucester Township and New Jersey would be a great place to live. I also want to congratulate Michelle for joining us here on council. This is as a former teacher once told me, the United States is a great place to live. It's not perfect, but it's the greatest place in the world. And I think Gloucester Township, it may not be perfect, but it's one of the greatest towns in New Jersey, and we have a great administration who continues to work hard with council to put us in that position. So I thank you, Mayor and Tom, for your hard work and your staffs for giving us another budget with a zero increase. I know that's difficult, in spite what many people may think, that it's not an easy thing to balance everything as prices continue to rise. Being in healthcare, we know the struggles we have balancing our budgets in that sector of our lives, and so thank you again, and thank you to the police and Public Works and the rest of the group who makes those sacrifices to make that budget work. So I thank each and every one of you. With that, I will ask for a motion to adjourn. All those in favor? Aye. All those opposed? Thank you. Have a good night. Best to you.